ATU Live. I'm your host, Emily Norton, and I'm so excited because tonight we have some really special guests joining us to discuss living in their residence halls. Before we welcome our guests, I would like everyone to pull out their phones right now, take a picture of you watching ATU Live in person or at home, and post it on your Instagram story. Tag us at ATU Res Life, tag our Instagram for a chance to win a prize at the end of the show. Now, we usually give away gift cards and Bluetooth speakers. This week, we are giving away to 3 people who are planning on living in the residence halls for the next academic year, 2022-2023, rent-free for a year, a microwave and a fridge. So that means we are going to put a microwave and a fridge in your residence hall, and you get to keep it all year long, no expense. So that's really awesome, really excited about that. We're going to start off with some athletics news. First of all, the Golden Suns golf team, the women's golf team, finished 7th at the Stacked Emerald Coast Classic, so that is really exciting. Second of all, we talked about Shannon Lacey a couple weeks ago and the perfect game that she threw, her softball game. So she has actually been named co-pitcher of the week by the Great American Conference. She is a member of the Golden Suns, the pitcher for the Golden Suns softball team. This makes the second time this season that Lacey has been named pitcher of the week, which I think is a flex. The Golden Suns softball team actually won their series this past weekend, winning 2 out of their 3 games against Monticello. Now, that is all the athletic news I have, but I do have some residence life news. As most of you probably know, room selection is going on right now. So the room selection for ADA and any returning LLCs has already happened. It happened March 1st through March 4th. So that has already happened. And then same room renewal has also already passed. That was March 8th through March 9th. That is to renew the same room that you've been living in. Roommate groups, that is March 10th through March 18th. So if you're in a roommate group, you should have gotten an email with your time slot to apply for, not apply for housing, to select your room. And then next we have all returning students. So that's all of our returning students, you know, pretty much anyone except for incoming students and transfers. And that is March 22nd through March 30th in your housing portal. Then we have auto allocation, which is March 31st through April 1st. And then we have room renewal is going to happen May 9th. So, yep, and then LLC room selection, April 5th and through April 8th. Sorry, transfer students, it's April 19th through April 22nd, and then incoming freshmen is May 3rd through May 27th. Okay, I know that was a lot, but just listen for whatever you were, and you'll be good. And then other than that, once this week is over, we are finally to spring break. So very excited about that. Woohoo! That's really, you know, all the other events that we have going on is just spring break next week. I hope y'all have some really exciting stuff going on. Now, everyone help me in welcoming Gabby Guardian, Meg Finn, and Caleb Jovan, housing ambassadors from the Residence Life Department, here to discuss living on campus. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. So go ahead and introduce yourselves and your position and your major and everything. Just whatever you want to say.
All right, I guess I'll go first. I'm sorry?
Is it green?
It should be.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it
it
green?
is.
Look at
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Cool. All right, as Emily said, my name is Jovan Caleb Mokisa. I'm housing ambassador. I work in the Res Life office in Doc Bryan. I'm also a junior majoring in cybersecurity, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hello, my name is Gabby, Gabriela Gurdian. My major is biomed. I am a junior, going to be a senior next year, and I'm also a housing ambassador.
She's got it.
My name is Meg Finn. I'm a sophomore studying information technology, and I'm also a housing ambassador.
Woohoo! So now that we've got all of our introductions, let's just kind of jump right into these living on campus questions. Who is required to live on campus?
Well, everyone.
Not everyone.
Well, not everyone, I guess, but If you're interested in living on campus, you're more than welcome to apply to live on campus. We have lots of residence halls with different kinds of bathrooms, with different kinds of room styles, single rooms, double rooms, triple rooms, whatever you want, apartments, you know. So whichever choice that you want, we have lots of options, and you can always call the Residence Life office or talk to any Residence Life staff if you have any questions about housing, and yeah.
Okay, so we do have a 2-year housing requirement, but there are some exemptions. Since if you're over 21 and you have over 60 credit hours and you live within a 30-mile radius of campus, then you can be exempt from living on campus, but everyone else is required to live on campus for 2 years.
Just for the 2 years. So
Yeah.
that's 4 semesters, and that's not including winter semesters, and that's also not including summer semesters. So if you're married, if you're a parent, if you have over 60 credit hours through Arkansas Tech, and then if you're over 21, and if your legal guardian lives within the 30-mile radius of campus, then you're exempt for those 2 years. But other than that, you do have to do those 2 years. So yeah. Awesome. So what if I don't really want to live with someone else? I've maybe never shared a room with someone else, or maybe I have, and I'm kind of ready to not share a room with anyone else anymore. And, you know, so how does that go?
You know, stepping into college, it's full of a lot of firsts, and maybe trying out a roommate could open a lot of doors. You can meet great friends, you could get new connections through them, and if you haven't shared a room, you could see what it's like, see if you like it. But if you're really set on living by yourself, we do have singles on campus. You can apply and you can put preferences on your housing application. You can do like Wilson single or like Wilson double, anything like that, and whenever you go to select your room, if it's available, it'll be there. You can also go through a room request if maybe you've been living with someone for the semester, you're not really liking it. You can call up the Res Life office and we can put you on the request list.
Yep. So we've talked a lot about the rooms. Tell me about the bathrooms. What is the bathroom situation? What kind of bathrooms are there? Am I going to have to share a bathroom with the whole entire residence hall? What's going on?
Well, we do have different kinds of bathrooms styles on campus. First of all, we have the community bathrooms. These go for Brown Hall, which is an all-male dorm, Turner Hall, which is an all-female dorm, Wilson Residence Hall. And yeah, so those have community-style bathrooms where you have to share a bathroom with all the people on that side of the building. Yes. Then we also have suite-style kind of bathrooms. These are for mainly for NUT Residence Hall, and also yeah. So the suite-style, basically, there's a bathroom, and then there's one bathroom shared between 2 rooms, and there's also other suites which have 1 triple room and 2 single rooms, but they still share 1 bathroom in that suite. Then the other kind of bathroom we do have is the Jack and Jill. We have that for Baswell Hall, where the bathroom is in between 2 rooms and still shared between 4 people. And did I miss anyone?
We also, yeah, we've got the fully private bathrooms in Payne, where it'll just be you and your roommate sharing 1 bath. The bathroom's connected directly to the room. And then we also have semi-private baths, which are like in M Street, Tucker. There's going to be like a sink kind of open to the hallway, and then there's going to be a locking door with like a toilet, shower, and I think another sink, so that you're the only person in the bathroom, but it's still shared through the hall.
Yeah, and one thing that I really like, I've noticed this in Baswell as well as M Street, is the kind of sink situation. So like in M Street, I know that there's, you know, sinks in the bathroom, but then the actual bathroom where like the shower and the toilet is, it's this closed, locked door. So someone can be using a sink, and then someone can also be using, you know, using the shower, and it just makes it much more efficient. And then in Baswell, I know that the sinks are actually in the room. So if you're doing your makeup or washing your hands or brushing your teeth, you don't have to be taking up the whole bathroom. And, you know, it just makes it more efficient. So next, what is the parking situation like on campus? What does that look like for students?
Okay, so we have parking that's color coordinated. It's arranged by building. So you're always going to find parking near where you live. And you purchase those parking passes through PSafe.
Yep, you purchase those parking passes on your One Tech, and yeah, they're through PSafe. And so, like, you know, Baswell is dark blue, Wilson, I believe, is orange.
Wilson, like M Street and Hughes, like that whole lot is orange.
Yep, orange. And then there's commuter parking as well. So let's say you do live with your parent or legal guardian, you know, that lives in Russellville. So those tags are yellow, and there's yellow spaces kind of scattered all over campus to where the commuters can have parking spaces. But other than that, if you live in the residence halls, then those parking, you'll get a parking pass that's the same color as your lot, and that's where you are, that's your parking spot. That's where you're supposed to park. So we've talked about all of these different things, all like the different technicalities about living on campus. Why should someone live on campus?
I think living on campus adds a lot for like I said earlier that college can be the first for a lot of things, and now you get to experience living on the campus. And it helps, like, if you need to go to like a professor's office or something, you need to go to the library, you want to go something to eat, you can just walk from your room. It helps to also give you that different sense of community, like you get to know the people around you. You know, college can be really intimidating compared to high school, and there's like so many more people from just all around the world, and it keeps that close-knit, especially at Tech, and that's what I think it really adds.
Yeah, and what I can add to that is the gas prices right now are not looking good. So living on campus right now, I'm like, thank God, you know.
Yes, my car has been in the same parking spot for a minute because nobody's trying to drive anywhere and waste gas. So lastly, is there any other amenities or, you know, privileges that you want to talk about that there are in the residence halls?
I really like the lounges in the residence halls. It gives you kind of a space to hang out that's a bit bigger and just outside of your room. And some of them, they've got the couches and the TVs. Some dorms have the kitchenettes. My personal favorite is Wilson's lobby. It's got that nice TV and like the stovetop and an oven. So you can always just look around the different dorms and see what each one has and what fits your best wants.
Yep, for sure. Well, once again, thank you all so much for joining us today and lending us your knowledge about living in the residence halls. Everyone help me in thanking them so much. Next, we have some individuals from some roommate groups here to share their experiences of living with their roommates. So I'm going to welcome them up. And yeah, y'all are good to go. So yeah, like I said, we have two roommate groups that were random roommate, and it ended up really well for them. So I'm really excited to hear their stories. Hello, ladies. Hello. Hi. If y'all want to go ahead and introduce yourself, make sure that your mic is green. So yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself, and you can say, you know, your position, your major, your year, whatever you want to say.
I'm Morgan Hitt. I'm a senior digital marketing major, and this is my roommate.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Wright, and I am a senior mechanical engineer major. And this is my roommate, Morgan. Oh, wait,
Yeah, let's just do like one mic down here and one. There you go. That'd be good.
Hey, my name is Brianna Trevino. I'm a psychology major, and I'm a sophomore, and this is my roommate, Ashlyn.
My name is Ashlyn Knotts. I'm a freshman. My major is criminal justice. What else do I say?
That's good. Yeah, so that's awesome. So go ahead and kind of tell us your roommate story. You said that, you know, y'all are roommates and y'all are roommates. So whoever wants to just, you know, tell us what happened.
Wow. Long time ago, back in 2018. Wow. We got on the portal, and I clicked around a room, didn't know anybody that I was going to school with. So I took their names and I looked them up to see what they were like. And honestly, at first I was like, I don't know about this girl. She seems a little different. She seems kind of weird. But I will say, since our freshman year, living in Baswell, we were suite mates. That's how we met. And I mean, it's just kind of been history since. We've been pretty much best friends, roommates since that day.
Yeah, I can't get rid of her for some reason.
That's awesome. And so y'all started off as suite mates, and then you chose to continue to live together. And don't y'all live off campus now?
Yes, we have lived off campus for 2 years now, and we are still roommates. We have 2 dogs together that they're like siblings.
Yes.
That's so sweet. That's awesome. Ashlyn, do you want to go ahead and share your story?
Yeah, mine's not as lighthearted, but originally this year we weren't roommates. We both had different roommates. My roommate situation got really bad, and some things went down, and I had to get out, and Res Life really helped me move into a different room really fast so I could be better in every way, I guess. And so I knew her from a class that I had, and we were put in the same room, and now we're inseparable. We're planning on living with each other next year. We already signed our housing things. Yeah, we're like best friends now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's perfect. That's awesome. So, just kind of one last thing. What is your favorite thing? I know that you said that y'all are living off campus now, but, think back in the day to 2018. What was your favorite thing about living on campus?
Well, the only story I can really think of that was so memorable in 2018 living at Baswell was when Williamson burned down. I was doing some business math or something. I don't even remember what I was doing. I was doing homework. And Caitlin just keeps calling me and blowing up my phone, and I'm like, and I have the window open, and I'm hearing sirens. I'm like, man, another dorm's burning down. I ain't gonna worry about it today. And then so finally on the 5th call, I answered, and she's like, you go look outside right now. Williamson's burning down. And I go look out through the window, and there's like 30 people from our residence hall just watching it burn, and we tailgated it. I brought snacks. We brought chairs out. It was such a great day.
Oh my God.
It was pretty wild. It was almost like a campus event. Like
Yeah.
there legitimately were people outside watching this building burn down.
Yeah.
Actually, our cover photos, like I took a picture of her, or we took a selfie or whatever with the building burning behind it, and
On
that was my cover photo on Facebook for a while.
Did y'all roast marshmallows and weenies?
They wouldn't let us.
They wouldn't.
They did play football
Yeah, some people were bringing out frisbees and it just straight up looked
It
like
was
a
really
tailgate.
like a tailgate.
And now, the fire department, they all handled it really well as far as like keeping everyone backed up and safe and everything.
We made Old Row.
Yeah, we did. Arkansas Tech made Old Row.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty crazy, but pretty memorable.
Yeah.
I don't know many people who could. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Another great thing about living on campus, one of my favorite things is, being able to coming back from class or walking from the caf, walking on events you might not have known that were happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that happened a couple times. One of the times being the Chinese New Year, and so we got to go in and go to that. And so that was really neat, and not something that we initially knew was going on or would have thought to go to maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get to just kind of walk up on events and just kind of spur of the moment go do things.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So what's y'all's favorite thing about living on campus?
Ours is very similar. My favorite part is just being able to walk around and just saying hi to people and I guess not being weird. Like we're all in the same boat. It's all the same. We're all kind of new, especially living in a freshman dorm or being in the cafeteria. You can kind of tell who's in your classes and who's not. And you can just make outside friends that you can't in a high school or living off.
One thing that I really like about living on campus is making new friends. I like meeting new people, and I think that being on campus really opens up the social life for me because, I'm really outgoing and stuff, and I don't like, just having one friend, no offense. I like having a lot, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And Williamson just reopened. It just got rededicated, didn't it? And it's the hospitality building.
Parks and Rec.
Hospitality and Parks and Rec building. Yeah, and that was a really cool thing to get to experience just by, living on campus and just walking by because you're just on campus. So yeah, thank you so much to Morgan, Caitlin, Bree, and Ashlyn for joining us today. Thank y'all so much. Lastly, we have some ladies from the cross country team joining us. Woohoo! really interesting. I was not here when I came here and Williamson was burned down, so. Really? Oh my goodness, Jacqueline was on a tour when it burned. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hey. So go ahead and introduce yourselves. Go ahead and give us a little demo.
Okay, hi, I'm Felicity West. I am a sophomore and I am majoring in psychology.
I'm Mandy Sakura, and I'm also a sophomore, and I'm majoring in rehabilitation science.
I'm Ashley Mays. I'm also a sophomore, and I'm a nursing major.
And I'm Marcy Cudworth. I'm a freshman, and I'm majoring in biology.
Awesome. So y'all are all members of the cross-country team. How did you join the cross-country team, or how could someone join the cross-country team if they wanted to?
So basically for us, it's kind of different for every team and every year, honestly, as our program grows and evolves. But for most of us, it was just we kind of knew we wanted to run in college, and so we put ourselves out there. And once our coach, Coach Heim, kind of found us and reached out to us, I know a big part of all of us wanting to come here was just he was so consistent with reaching out to us weekly after our high school races, and I know that was a big part of why we chose to come here. But I'd say now, since our team has evolved and grown and stuff, it's more of like you really have to put yourself out there and get coaches' attention as well as ours, because a big part of recruiting and having recruits here is like the team liking liking them as a teammate and a person.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So why did y'all kind of, each your own thing? Why did y'all join the cross-country team?
I know personally, I'm from Texas, so I'm a good 5.5
Where are
hours
you
away.
from?
Denton, Texas.
Oh, okay, I'm from Texarkana.
Hey, okay. Party. Okay, so it definitely, it's a 5.5 hour drive. I'm really far from family. But definitely, Coach Heim and the team just made this huge, family atmosphere that just makes it feel like home, a home away from home, which is super nice.
Yeah, it honestly just felt like a built-in family.
Yeah.
So people I could talk to anytime if I needed anything. So yeah.
Basically just the family environment, and everyone comes into college pretty much scared. It's a complete change no matter where you're from. So just kind of having those people to rely on, automatically, it makes it a whole lot easier transitioning process and stuff. So
And then for me, I had kind of never really just I was the first one in my family to just go and experience college, go far away. I'm kind of like her. I'm 4.5 hours away from home.
Where are you from?
Southern Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Wait, where?
Marietta.
Okay.
Really small town. You probably never heard of it. Yeah. But for me, a big thing was being able to find teammates that I knew could make being far from home easy. And a big part of me just completely enjoying my time here is having teammates that we literally spend 24/7 with each other.
Yeah.
I'd say it takes a lot for us to get tired of each other because we're around each other a lot. So, and we have fun every day. So, that's what makes it easy being that far from home.
So you talked about being around each other a lot. What does y'all's practice schedule look like for a week? Week in the life of a cross-country member.
And everything.
No, just your practice schedule.
We'll see, we have practice 3:15 and 4:15, and then two days out of the week we have weights and everything right after, and so that's basically it. And then Saturdays we have long runs and everything like that. So it's 6 out of 7 days we're running constantly. So
Day on our own too.
yeah,
Sunday we'll still run, but it'll be just
on your own. Yeah, certain mileage and everything for everyone. So
Yeah. So is that Saturday run every Saturday? Awesome.
one of the most important runs of the week.
Yeah.
Long, hard. Yeah,
Wow.
just be ready to be at practice for a good 2 hours and be
I will
prepared
not
to
be
be running
ready.
that
I
full
will
2
not
hours.
be doing any of that.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
So you said I was good to join the team. Mandy told me that I could come. So
he's oh yeah. Sure.
what is kind of the most challenging part of being on the cross-country team? I know we talked about the time commitment.
Yeah, I was going to say, time commitment's a huge thing, but also, not only do we have practice and weights, but you also have to fit in time to make sure that you don't get injured. You have to do, prevention, so going to the trainer or, going to use the Normatec boots. You have to kind of fit in time for different things, too, and, your school. So, having that schedule and then also going in to make sure you're doing whatever you can so you can prevent injury.
Well, I know that, everyone knows the farther you get into, your major, there's not very many options for, class times. So, if you have a class that interferes with practice, then like you're going to have to either find time to either run on your own or everyone's schedule is going to have to get moved around. So it's like our team is having to slowly adapt to that,
Yeah.
which is hard because I mean, college gets harder and classes get harder, and so
Yeah,
it's
and
a
we
big,
are like
it's a
a
big
really
challenge.
young team. So it's
Yeah.
like, we are a really young team, so it's like we're kind of like the first class to start doing that
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
So like Coach and I'm still getting used to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool. Y'all are like kind of, the developers.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, what's the most rewarding part of being on the cross country team?
I think it's kind of the same thing that we talked about, like just the benefits of it is just being a part of that family and having those people to rely on. And I mean, like, some days are hard, I'm not gonna lie, like getting in the mental state to run, but then you always have someone that's helping you.
Yeah.
Always. Like, I can rely on any of these ladies every single day, whether it's running, school, anything else. So it's really nice to have those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, one of the most rewarding things is like knowing that, like after we all graduate and like part ways, like I feel like we're also gonna be like really close friends. And like for me, I like genuinely look forward to practice every day. Like you walk in the locker room and whoever's in there's like, how's your day been? How's classes been
Yeah.
going? Like they genuinely care. Yeah. And if you have a bad workout or a bad race, like we obviously know what you're going through because we all race and have workouts and stuff. And so I think just having people that you can like talk to through each part of college because we're all experiencing it together is like super rewarding because you